that was terrible.
That was it?
Really?
No, it wasn't.
Oh,
It wasn't. I just screwed it up. I thought about it.
That was it?
No, that wasn't it.
See, I think you should be leaving all this in.
I agree.
It shows up at the beginning during the credits. They're rolling like right now.
Right now,
Look,
yeah.
You
If
see
you
them?
see the credits going past,
You see the credits?
Yeah.
Yeah. Look. Can you see the credits?
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, no, those are good quality stuff.
Live from Racine, Wisconsin. It's a podcast that's totally freaking given up. I'm just not even trying it anymore. It's Guys, Games, and Beer.
Yay!
Yay! That was really freaking weak. But that's alright, we might actually make up for it on the topics. First thing I want to talk about is what we've been playing. And Tom, what have you been playing right this freaking minute?
Well, not right this freaking minute, but now that you mentioned it, I'm bringing it back up on the screen. So yeah, I played hooky from work today, and I spent the day playing Hawken.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pretty
Yeah, seriously, I got up this morning, started playing Hawken. I've been playing it just till I packed up the computer to come over here. And
Did you call in sick, or did you...
no, I had actually had the day off, so...
What's your
Nice.
I've done that.
interest level in the controls?
Hawken?
Yeah.
I think, now Travis has set up his Oculus Rift to do Hawken, and it's it's beautiful. Oh my God, it's good. So that would be good. I think if you combine that with the controls, it would be wow. I'm sorry. I think I just got wet spots in my pants thinking about that. So
Can you show the audience?
yeah, let me show the audience the wet spots. No, I think it would be that good. I think if you set this up with the controls and combine that with the Oculus Rift, it would be perfect, because the Oculus Rift could give you that the movement, the eye movement,
Right.
and then use the controls for the neck movement. You'd be perfect. It would be absolutely stunning. So I haven't set the controls up yet because I played Hawken when they first came out in the first beta version. It was okay. The controls were a little wonky. The game wasn't great. With all the patches, all the fixes, this latest version is beautiful. It's really good. Graphically, it's good. They do a good job as far as load balancing when you're playing against different teams, so you don't have one team creaming another team constantly.
Damn.
Going in and dropping in. The game itself is great.
They sell like a hardware package, don't they, for that? Isn't that the one they sell a control just for that?
There is a control available just for it, but I don't think it's actually by this company. I think it's by a different company for this particular...
There's an actual Hawken controller? I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
I was shaking my head like that. It's no way.
I'm pretty sure that
You
was...
are wrong. I was like,
no, I'm pretty
you
sure
are
it was
just
Hawken
talking
it was
crazy.
for. So I gotta double check that, but yeah.
And the French Revolution was actually the Germans.
It plays beautifully.
And it wasn't a revolution.
And of course we've been doing Killing
Hi,
Floor.
Mike. Sorry. I'm sorry. Got in the middle. of
Wow.
We're incorporating Facebook.
We were able to do crosstalk with only 5 people.
I'm
really
that's
impressed.
really we have nobody sitting here. I'm off on a rant about a game. All right, that's a penalty shot.
Shit.
You, I'm a penalty.
Why did you do that?
I kind of deserve it.
You get to pick.
I get to
You get to pick the
pick
penalty shot on that. So yeah, and then again, Killing Floor, because that again, I get started getting
Let's
back
get
into
the
Killing Floor.
rare JB Jonah Benson.
The Jonah Benson penalty shot. That's what that stands for. So and then again, Killing Floor. We did Killing Floor for the last show, and that was pretty good. Actually, we got to do a game. We should do a shot to start the show first.
Throwing that around for?
I'm sorry.
All right, so we'll have a shot to start the show because we're not going to do a penalty shot alone.
Well,
Why is it recording?
if the new mic,
Because he dropped it on the record.
no, it's alright. It was meant to record.
Oh, it was meant to record.
I keep a backup in case the multiple
Recording
mics that we have in this room.
Sure.
It's really impressive that we can maintain our incredibly bad audio quality with so much high quality equipment.
That is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think we're doing a great job at what we set out to do.
It's like the commercial where the guy goes up to the window and the guy just talks funny. You know, he doesn't.
Yeah, it's just us.
So evidently, we degraded from doing the show. We actually started on a topic. I was talking about games, and we've gone on to
Then you did that weird thing with the... And then it just screwed up.
And then we kind of fell apart from there.
It was pretty bad, but we have been playing a lot of Killing Floor.
Yeah.
The last episode obviously was dedicated to Killing Floor. We're probably going to be doing more
You
of those.
killed it.
We did. We killed the floor once. The second time we got killed by the floor.
Yeah.
because Rob was healing himself and jumping around. But you did see the skip at the end.
I did see the
I
skip
was
at
like,
the end.
what the hell?
No, it wasn't your fault. All right.
Well, I probably should have been firing instead of healing.
What are we drinking to? I think we drank Killing Floor last time, did we not?
No.
So we bring back the shot?
Yeah, we need to start doing the
Yeah,
shot
we
again.
brought the shot back in.
All right.
To Fridays.
To Friday.
Friday,
We're actually
Friday.
recording this on a Friday.
To me.
That's why nobody's here.
They're all out with having a real life.
Well, Brian has a date.
Yes, he does. Oh, wait a minute. So did Rob.
Wait,
I
this
saved
is
it for
a
you.
dolphin shot glass.
I know!
Mine was for tequila.
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome?
Ooh, that doesn't go well together.
Oh,
That's not so
that
good.
stuff.
That's not very good.
Yeah.
Hey, that was my
It's a
dad's-
rare Scotch.
That's
It's rare.
why nobody
It
wants
says
to
right
drink
on
it.
the bottle.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how you know.
All right, so so that's what I've been playing. Really, Killing Floor and Hawken. No, and some Planet Side too.
Wait, do you think that so you got the Oculus? What controls could we because of
the
virtual
complexity.
control? Could we use the Microsoft control? I mean, the Microsoft
Just get them talking.
controllers with the
The Battlefront controllers.
Yeah.
You might be hard pressed to use this with the Oculus Rift because you can't see the controller, and there's so much on the Battlefront controller, switch wise and button wise. When you're in the
You can't see it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
You need the simplest
Yeah, but
control as possible.
but all right. So you have this hand and this hand are controlling various things, and then you got the foot pedals, which would all be feel.
Yeah, and
then you have a couple
which would
buttons right
probably
on
be
there.
enough because, in all honesty, the thing about Hawken is it's not a very complex game. It really isn't. I mean,
You can play with an Xbox control if you really want
yeah,
to.
it's a handful of keys, and then a mouse.
I would.
So yeah, you probably could. You could probably map everything on the buttons on the controller,
Yeah,
on the handle and the pedals. Just
I
fine.
would say that you would probably just get your ass kicked, though. Honestly.
because you probably aren't going to be fast enough.
You could
Yeah, the controls aren't going to be fast enough. I did try playing with an Xbox 360 controller just for Gins.
Yeah.
For Gins.
For Guinness.
For Guinness.
Guinness.
I was thinking of Guinness and it got mixed in there. I was thinking, boy, Guinness would have been.
I wish I had Guinness
it
right
went
now.
Thinking
terrible.
of beer, that's a,
But anyway, sorry.
For Guinness. Just for shins and giggles.
Yeah, just for shings and gigs. Yeah, I did try it once and I got pwned on it. I mean, it was not good. It was not a good
So
experience.
it's more like possible, but not
so
practical.
in
Yeah.
the end, the mouse control is the quickest
yeah,
way
I
to.
think so. Yeah.
Mouse is king.
It's your typical.
Till we're jamming electrodes. into our head.
WASD, and a mouse, and you're good to go.
And even then, I might be faster still. Brain doesn't operate that fast. Turn it off. Jonah, what have you been playing?
I've been playing BF4, and it's still really, really, really buggy. And Killing Floor.
Yeah, we wanted you to play with us last night.
Is BF4
Play BF4
short for
instead.
something?
Yes, Battlefield 4.
Battlefield.
A couple good rounds last night, though.
Yeah, we did have a couple good rounds.
But why was Brian running the server?
He's just running. He's
just running.
He wasn't anymore. We were using Travis's.
Oh, that was Travis's
Yeah.
server that we were on. Okay.
Yeah, we should probably run one out of here. I mean, I do have the servers sitting there.
Yeah, just a thought. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Since you have a server. Playing anything else?
Yeah, but it
No,
costs
wait.
electricity.
Wait.
One more game. There's this game, it's called Path of Exile. It's like Diablo 3, but better. Yeah.
Watching it, I'd say you're right.
Oh, and it's free to play. Not $60.
I think we're probably gonna have to do a video on that one.
Yeah.
What's it called?
Path of Exile.
Got my legs crossed. Yeah. Like we're classy or something.
Well, I think so. I think
Yeah, it's like Diablo.
gotta keep up appearance.
Yes.
I wouldn't
You know,
look.
you can pay attention to the show, guys. Just
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
The show.
next person,
Yeah.
Lars.
We're
So if I just want a nice
prefer to talk
hack
about
and slash,
myself.
then
Yeah.
I
that'd be
feel
the
like
way to
that's
go.
really where
Yeah.
the focus should be.
Yeah.
And it's free to
Alright,
play.
fine, fine.
Huh?
Yeah.
Focus me
Right
on
now,
YouTube.
is it
It's-
freemium?
Focus
Do you
the
get-
show
No,
on
it's not
you. Yeah.
premium.
Really about
It's
us
free to
instead
play,
of
but not
games.
premium.
Right.
You can
Okay.
buy things to help you.
But you can actually play through.
Yeah,
that,
but you
right?
can-
I mean, you
yeah.
can actually play it
Yeah.
without buying.
Yeah,
I mean, actually
right.
play it.
I mean, you can buy, like, there's a stash in Diablo 3 where you can keep your stuff. You can just buy extra stash slots.
So is it an MMO then? Is it like online? Is it?
So, yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Larry.
So what have I been playing?
Larry, what have you been playing?
Well, I've made it to the 2000s.
Hey!
I'm continuing to play Heroes of Might and Magic 6, which has been. I'm playing the campaign and a few maps through it, and it's pretty good. The controls are a little frustrating because you like everything's based on hover, so you hover over something and click on it. Except it's sort of poorly mapped, so like the things you hover over, like if you hover over the exact thing you want, it never hits the right thing.
Oh, that's good.
so
That's a
so you gotta hover kind of off.
So it's like to the left and slightly down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a
Exactly.
DOS game.
I was gonna say.
So that's been a little frustrating, but overall it's a pretty decent game. It is a bit. You played one, you've played them all, but I still like it. So it's.
They're good games. I mean,
Yeah, so I've been playing that. Haven't really been giving away games.
Yeah, you have actually.
Facebook.
Hey, people enjoy it.
Yeah.
yeah, you're giving away some good stuff.
Yes.
So people, check the Facebook page. We are putting up game codes.
We give away games at least a couple times a month. I mean, it just happens all the time. Yeah.
Yep.
You got Budget Larry. He hands them out.
Larry.
Bargain Larry. Yeah.
Bargain Larry. There's a business venture.
Bargain Larry.
Bargain Larry's Liquor Depot.
We have video games.
Video games.
So that's what I went up to.
That's all right though.
Yeah.
It's a good game. I mean, it's respectful. Respectful.
Yeah, and I paid real money for it. It's still like, I don't know, $50 or $60.
No, you're kidding.
I think I got it for the Mac originally.
Wow.
I think.
Yeah, it's still up there,
Oh, yeah,
Well, I bought the
wait.
gold edition, so it's got all the downloadable content and stuff like that, too.
I think I'm a couple behind you. I think I'm running an older Might and Magic than you are. I
Oh,
think you're running the latest one, right?
yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm one behind you.
yeah. Well, they're 5.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that one.
And I haven't, and see, now, it's kind of funny now, I had bought in Disciples 3, one of the variants of Disciples 3, I don't know if this, and because I really like turn-based stuff, because then I can like half watch TV and half play a game.
That makes perfect sense.
Right, you got the football game on or something, and you kind of, that's a good play, and then go back to the game, and
Hey, what was the name of that Amiga game that was like that? It was a lot like the Might and Magic stuff.
there was a
I actually had it in a box. I actually bought that game.
really? 'Cause
I bought an Amiga game.
I got it on like a cover disc.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was the exact same game.
Amiga
Blood
Blood.
Wars?
I believe that is.
I think it's called Blood
Because
Wars.
you had like
that one.
it was played a
Yeah.
lot like Final Fantasy Tactics. It was a lot like Final Fantasy Tactics, as I recall. Except there was no equipment or anything. You just
No, I
played it
thought
out
this
on
one
a
was
map.
almost straight Heroes of Might and Magic.
Really, everything.
Blood Wars, yeah, because it was.
Yeah, I remember there was a map,
It was a map, and it
And
did
it-
the fog of war,
and then it broke into the.
and there was,
We might be thinking different games, though. I really loved that game. Though. I
Yeah.
played it. It was one of the last games I was playing on the Amiga. In
I
fact,
don't think it
held on
had
the
like
Amiga longer than
multiple
I
maps
was-
though. I think it was pretty much the same world
We
map.
might be talking different games. It's probably
No,
still
we're
like-
talking the same one, and I'm right.
No, we found out. There's some inaccuracies in Larry Land.
No,
There are no inaccuracies.
You do occasionally hit dead on, but again, I would say that in those cases you actually
Usually,
planted a fake game box near my work. Pretty sure.
If I'm unsure, I usually own up to that.
There's-
Like, I think that's true. Like I was thinking about that when the whole French Revolution thing came up. I was thinking, I wasn't really sure about Mad World, and I just kept in my head it was always something else, you know. But the
Gunstringer.
yeah, no, and that's a real game, man.
Gunstringer, yes, it is.
No, he drew up the box cover himself. It would have been like he would have got away with it, but he signed it, Larry.
Larry.
Yeah.
By Drunk Larry.
Yeah, he signed it Drunk Larry, which made it even worse.
That's right.
And it smelled like booze.
Alright, just what you've been playing.
A lot of... I'm console, mostly. I mean, you know that. I'm not... so I do Battlefield, obviously. Play that. I don't play a lot online, and I should more. I've been playing mostly just the campaign mode at the moment, and that feels a little like I shouldn't have paid money for it. I mean, like, it's cool, you know, like how with the maps and everything, but it's just
paid for that.
just like, it feels a little been there, done that. That's all I'm saying.
It's like those 70-year-old prostitutes shouldn't have paid
Just
for
shouldn't, like, buyer's remorse.
Yes.
Buyer's remorse. So, like, so there's that, and then the newest WWE wrestling game, WWE 2K14. Been playing that.
I knew you'd have to have a wrestling game.
I have to have a
because I know
wrestling
it's, yeah.
But that one, I've been playing a lot of that. That one's got this...
They peaked with Legends.
That one's got this 30 years of WrestleMania thing on it, so you can like play. It takes you through like all the WrestleManias thus far, and it's actually kind of neat because you can play with these guys from the 80s, and then your screen looks like an 80s television while you're doing it.
Oh man.
So it's like grainy
that
and it's
might
kind
be-
of dark around the edges, and you're Andre the Giant or you're Macho Man or you're whatever, you know what I mean? So
Right.
it's kind of fun for that.
That's a nice touch,
Well, you don't like that?
No, I'm thinking I might.
I
I guess that we were talking about this. We were talking about this. I don't know, a while back. That's one of my guilty pleasure games. Is that I like wrestling games because they're freaking hilarious. I mean, they're just
I remember the first.
wrong.
The first.
Sorry, I'm okay.
No, it's good. No, I don't know.
Street Fighter just turned into a game, you know, like the Street Fighter type of game has just turned into a game where you've got to become just such a freaking split-second expert at it. Where, you know, you can go wrestling in and just have at least an idea of what you want to do, and you can still do
Hit
it.
him with chairs and
I was playing it yesterday.
Be a dirtbag.
Walk around.
I was playing it yesterday with Josh because he's in town or whatever, and he's never played that. You know, he hasn't played a wrestling game since probably PlayStation 2. And I mean, he could it took like 2 minutes, and then he figured it out. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like I just completely womped on him the whole time because I play this game all the time. It was like it's simple, it's advanced enough where there's lots of cool moves, but it's simple enough control-wise that you don't have to like mash the buttons fast. Like the only reason why you win isn't because you managed to hit forward X before the other, you know what I mean, faster than the other guy.
It's timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so it's I don't know. It's actually can get like pretty competitive, and I think that's cooler than a lot of fighting games where you're just mashing.
Yeah, I just like I like it just because
That's like a good tequila.
Yeah.
There's a little more timing.
Like
a
a
little
fine wine or something.
I know Larry's like really picky on it. He's asking me, and it's like, dude, I totally didn't buy that bottle.
See?
It's
not bad.
For tequila, it's pretty good.
So, Rob.
Yeah.
I can really
Rob.
taste the blue.
The extra
What the
blue
heck
in
have
there.
I been playing? Oh,
We know Killing Floor.
yeah, I've been playing some
Obviously
Killing
that.
Floor. That's got me back on playing with other people again, which is kind of nice. Still playing with myself, like I usually do.
Okay. Want to grab me a beer while you're there?
I do.
That hand, too.
I'm Rob.
He's playing with that hand because that's what he uses.
It's the one.
Helps him keep a firm grip on the old controller. It's like Velcro. You know,
Is that what you call it now?
sticks to it. You know?
Yeah, that's for a completely different reason. Velcro.
Yes, now you
Crusty.
went
No,
down the rabbit hole.
You know, I've been playing with the Oculus Rift a bit.
Now you got, did yours came in?
Oh yeah, yeah, it's sitting around.
Nice.
I've been playing it. Minecraft is really
it makes
a
you sick.
more immersive game.
It makes you sick. Oh my god.
Minecraft is really,
Whew.
really great with the Oculus Rift. I mean, it's just it's like you're in that world, and it's really discombobulating. It's really just, it's like I'm really here. It's really, it's almost an unexplainable experience. I really think that is like the great killer app for the Oculus Rift because the graphics are basic enough that it displays them very well. And the terror that you feel when you fall off the side of a freaking mountain is just, ah, God! Oh, why? Why did I do that? But still, I climb up mountains and I jump the hell off of them. Scared. And swimming, by the way, underwater is really weird because it's just like it's very watery. It's just really, it feels right. It's really pretty awesome. The other thing, obviously, I got the Nvidia Shield. I'm still playing the living crap out of Shadow Gun on it because you can just pull the living crap out of everybody when you're the only one with a freaking game controller and everybody else is poking at their freaking screen.
Their phone, yeah.
I'm gonna get you! Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I like that a lot. And I've been playing some PlayStation games.
God, you've been busy.
PSP games on it. Because it emulates it really, really well. Ghost and Goblins plays perfectly on it, and I think that the PSP version of Ghost and Goblins is one of the best ever made.
It really was.
So now I'm playing it on my freaking Android handheld. I mean, come on, how cool is that? I'm really enjoying that. I mean, if you're thinking about if you got a bunch of spare money laying around, or you're stupid like me.
So,
or you're stupid like me, and
in
you're
other
just
words,
saying,
no one is about to do this.
well, no, I mean, if you're like, if you want like something to do like the best emulation around, the best handheld emulation, it is bars none the best handheld emulation system you can get. It also plays pretty much every Android game nowadays because they've added a programming system to it, so you can program the swipes and such to the gamepads, and it's. I use the JXDs, and those are okay, but this is perfect. This actually works the way you'd expect. So I've been playing, just a lot of crap on that. I really enjoy it quite a bit, but not as much as Killing Floor, because Killing Floor is the best freaking game that's ever made.
Killing Floor is just so bleeding addictive.
You bastards owe us, Killing Floor people, you owe us.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is...
Yeah, we have sold and bought more copies of Killing Floor.
Right, I mean, we've given away...
I personally have sold and given away a buttload.
Well, Killing Floor is really like the only game like that where you can have like hundreds of people on the same map, isn't it?
No, you're talking about PlanetSide. PlanetSide's great.
PlanetSide's
right.
Oh, man.
Killing Floor, the basic normally maxes out about 6. There's hacks.
Well, we found out this weekend, 6.
Right.
Oh,
we've done more.
Yeah, you can do more. And again, it's
I've
cool.
seen a server with 30.
It's just
crazy.
a nice, straightforward, first-person zombie shooter.
Oh,
You can make it like into a TDM, like have friendly fire on with 30 people on the map.
Which is cool, actually.
And you're killing the crap out. Well, you can have vehicles now too.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, welcome to Killing Floor Hour with Guys, Games, and Beer. Hi. We love you, Killing Floor.
We really do love Killing
I really could.
send us things.
If there was like one game that I had to be stuck with forever, it would probably be Killing Floor. I've been playing it for years, and I still just love the hell out of it. I bought it because I was desperate and a Mac user. I ended up. It's really still one of the best games ever.
Right. Well, maybe I should get it.
It's not so desperate in the Mac world anymore.
Well, right.
It's not like it used to be.
No, but it's not exactly swimming with talent either, though.
No.
I mean,
Unplugged me.
let's call it what it is.
Turn these steps on the switch.
Why are you blaming my son?
Because he just...
Because he did
Did he
it?
just kill your
He
laptop?
just did it.
Did he just kill your laptop?
Yes.
He did.
I killed it. I punched it with my
Jonah!
bare hands.
All right, so what's up next?
Alright,
Wait,
anyway.
Alex came in with this one. Alec has been on the show like a couple times, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Have we had him visit?
It's been here.
Or is
Sorry,
that
Elert,
right?
Elert.
Okay, let's not use
Oh,
first
let's
names.
just call him Elert.
Yeah, I'm like, who the fuck
Let's
is
not
that?
use first
Because we
names.
know like half a
They
dozen
couldn't
Alex.
stalk you
Right,
that way.
He was introduced to me as Elert. He will always
Yeah,
be
that
Elert.
is true. Huh?
I don't know
Alec.
I don't know who that is.
All right. He asks, "Dear Gays, Games, and Beer." You must have misspelled
You know
that,
what?
right?
First
Wrong
name
show.
really isn't drunken.
Oh, that's
Yes,
our
I
other
do know
show.
that.
That's the other show.
But that's what you were introduced to me as, so therefore, I will never think of you as any other...
Again, 5 people. 5
Right,
people, and
and
we
we
have
said
crosstalk. It's freaking amazing.
I can't talk about it because I did it.
It's called double layering.
Oh, double layering.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Towards the end of a console's lifespan,
No, was that the
do you
That's the first one, yeah.
do you buy the current gens or do you buy the next gens? And I'm gonna go first on this.
Of the same game.
You go first.
Yeah,
You go, of the same game.
right.
Of the same game. You go first.
I am sick. I always buy, even though I know that it is not that much better because it's the first. It is the first iteration. I absolutely know that it isn't going to be that much better because they haven't gotten used to programming yet. Yet I still am a sucker. In fact,
Yes,
I've got Ghosts coming for the PS4 before the damn PS4 is showing up. It's supposed to show up tomorrow.
So you have to have that title right away.
I gotta have it. I'm gonna play Ghosts. Well, the PS4 is kind of a special case because PS3 controllers. I don't know if you guys know this.
I don't.
I mean, I've
Are
played.
the worst freaking controllers on Earth. All right, they're not. The Ouya has that. But
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
in fact, I use my PS3 controllers on the Ouya because they're better. But still, they're really annoying for men because I have big hands.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these.
I see.
Here, come here.
Okay.
Let me take a little grabby. Yeah, see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
I have
Soft.
big friggin'
Soft.
hands.
A lot of lotion on there.
Yeah,
a lot of lotion.
lotion.
There's like a film.
Well, I don't want it to be too rough.
There's like a film on there.
Yeah.
In other words, the rough hands.
Right. Okay.
Well, there's little spots where you catch. See?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's that Velcro thing. I was talking about.
Right.
It really sticks to you.
Yeah. But
Here's
so
about
dry.
now someone I bet wish there was a second conversation.
Right.
Yeah, that's where you need that other conversation.
I think as far as damage points to kids, your daughter is probably the most damaged by this podcast. But
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
you're right.
that's anyway.
That's a whole.
What the heck was I talking about? I was talking
Well,
about
you were talking
PS3
about the
controllers.
controllers.
Yeah.
And hands.
The PS4 actually apparently has a real controller for real human beings on it, where they've widened it out a little bit, and that's going to make it a big deal. But that said, I probably would have done it anyway because I'm a big dumb sucker who just buys the next gen system because it's the next gen system, and I
And
won't.
then you have to have the next gen game immediately. Really? I just.
Exactly. I know.
Right.
I'm totally. That is totally crazy. It is absolutely an
It is.
insupportable thing
It is.
because it's not. It's going to be the best version of that game to play. Okay,
Uh,
but it is not.
No, it is
No,
not.
I'm thinking it probably is. Graphically, I've already heard. And
Oh, no,
seen it.
maybe for that particular game, but
But
not
it is not going to be the best example
Not
of
as
a
a
PS4 game.
Not as a rule.
No, it's going to be the worst. A year from now, it's going to be the worst damn PS4 game because it's the first gen
Right.
game. And I absolutely know that, and I'm still stupid enough to do it every stinking time. Because I'm dumb.
You know how many
I'm a
games
man.
really come out like that, where they're on both the old system and the
Quite a
new
few.
system?
Quite a few.
You know.
Yeah.
Can you name
And okay, no.
how about PS1 period to PS2? Does anybody remember some games that...
It was backward compatible, so
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Yeah, but I mean, it definitely did, right?
No,
I had a lot of
no,
things with
no,
PlayStation. I
yeah.
don't think they did.
No, because you
Because
could
it
use
was
the
the backwards
PS1 title.
compatible.
You wouldn't make it for the PS2. You'd have a completely different game on the PS2.
I think-
I don't.
So this wasn't until PS2, PS3 period, because I
Correct.
know it came out on
Yeah,
both
PS2,
then,
PS3
Xbox,
did
Xbox.
this.
And then Xbox 360.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and we'll talk about classic examples of that, where the newer version is not better. It's just a
Oh.
newer version.
No, that
Okay,
happens.
all
yeah.
the freaking time, So no, I understand why you might want it.
Because I'm sick.
Yeah, that's true.
Shivin'
Not
illness.
really.
well, I mean, but if you just want like a next gen game, why not consider
Something you don't have.
something? Yeah, that.
Well, I don't have Ghosts.
I mean, Ghost
I
isn't
don't-
out yet.
Well, it
Call of
is.
Duty.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
No,
there's
it just
is there-
Yeah, it just came out.
You're
but
right, it just
I
came out.
haven't bought the other version of that.
Right. Gotcha.
You're going to say something, Larry. It's probably something very insightful.
No, not terribly. You know,
I'm not sure it's
it may
insightful.
also depend, like, to weigh in if they could both come out at the same price point.
Well, see now
They
that
can't be the
why
same
would you
price
just
point.
buy
they won't be the same price point.
Well, they are. The price is the same. Unfortunately, the system, shelled out another $500.
Well,
or
no, see,
whatever.
then, right, that makes a difference. Okay, but now in my case, am I going to jump in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to jump in now. Here's the thing.
Well, I mean, no, I don't mind.
Okay, I wouldn't buy if I have let's say just Xbox 360, Xbox One. If I have it on the 360, I'm not going to buy it on the One. Really.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna buy it for both,
Right.
probably.
Right, or if it's something that's been out on the 360 for a long time that they're going to put onto the One, I don't know.
You know,
No.
You know, I don't know if you gain enough to make it worth shelling out $70 or $80 for.
I agree.
I think that's probably true, but you know, I gotta admit, I bought things multiple times, like on the Xbox 360 and on the PC.
Yeah, that happened to
Yeah,
me.
I
too.
won't see. I don't even do that.
Well, you still had it.
Yeah, like I've got
Yeah.
Black Ops 2 on the. I got it for the
Battlefield
PC
3,
for $30
Black Ops 2, yeah, same
and
with-
I
yeah.
figured out what the hell. I'll grab it for the PC.
I mean, I
It's a
got
different
Black
game,
Ops
really.
2 for
That don't make sense to
$10.
me.
so-
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you pick up a cheap copy of Black Ops 2, and it's kind of a different world on the PC than it is. It's not like I've also had it on the Xbox 360
Yeah, well,
and PS3, but sometimes I get frustrated with Xbox Live because they're a bunch of a-holes.
Well,
Sorry,
yeah, no,
sorry,
they-
Xbox Live. I prefer Xbox's network. It's a way better network, but there's way more a-holes on the Xbox.
I could see, like, okay, so you bought it at maybe the beginning of the gen cycle, and then you sold it, and then you got nostalgic towards the end of the cycle.
Right.
And then maybe you buy it on the next gen system, or, you know, and it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense to me.
But physically, 2 copies.
Yeah, physical, yeah, look at the
Well, I mean, my Steam copy's gonna be there forever.
Well,
until
Yeah.
until Steam goes out of business and all my games are gone.
yeah, you know that's.
Well, except the ones I bought in indie bundles. Hell yeah,
When the
thank you. Indie.
troglodytes rise from the earth and take over.
That's right. When
That's. Wait.
God returns and strikes down Steam.
Yeah,
That's gonna be his
the first
Wait.
day.
Is the strike down Steam.
That's it. I will strike down Steam.
Steam thing really grinds my gears. I'm getting rid of it.
Zero forever.
So yeah,
Well, Desert's not paying us, are they?
no, they aren't. No, but again, I wouldn't. If I had both systems, I'm sorry, I'm a cheap ass. I'm going to look for the bargain bins and go and buy the cheap version and play it on whatever. I don't care what system I play it on because I'm already playing on multiple systems.
You do have games on multiple
You know,
systems, though. I know you.
yeah, I do, but usually it's because I find them cheap in the cutout rack, and you know. I'll
Well,
go with
that's
the-
kind of how I go. I mean, I wouldn't buy like Black Ops 2 at full price.
right, but you know me. I mean, I very rarely buy anything
At all.
Well, that too.
True.
This might be a where we're at in the gen cycle. Like, okay, Crossbow came out for both the 2600 and the 7800. There's a serious difference between the 2600 and the 7800. So it would make more sense to buy that
Yeah.
game on the 7800. But the difference between like 360 and 1, how different is that going to be?
Probably not very different at all.
I can't imagine that different.
You know, so, I mean,
You know,
they probably developed it on one and then just like put it on the other. You
Yeah.
know, they not even change the graphics or anything.
I think there's probably some
there's
dependencies
hardware.
there.
There's some hardware limitations, but
But you get to the edges. You can see the edges of like the PS3 and the Xbox 360 a lot of times in games now, where there's a lot of stuff going on the screen and it's starting to slow down. And if you're a purist, I can understand how you go like, it would be better to have the other version because it's running much smoother, and maybe they added, you know, smoother graphics. So you don't have to see like pixelation. I think. I don't mind slow down. I know. Slow down makes me think like. Slow down makes me think like. Holy crap! Something awesome happened. Maybe I'm just so this dead. You remember when you're playing the Super Nintendo, you know, and like you're blowing crap up in a game, and all of a sudden it slows down, and you're like, "Holy crap! I am pushing the edge now." I guess that's how I feel in Black Ops when it's happening. You know, it's like,
wow,
baby.
pushing the edge now.
You know, when you like gun down one guy, flip around, shoot the other guy, throw a grenade, and the screen's just almost stopped, and you gun that third guy, and you're like, I'm freaking unstoppable! I'm badass, and I'm in slow motion because I'm so awesome!
I'm too good for the console.
That's right.
Look at that. Like, I am too good for this machine.
I am plugged into the freaking Matrix.
Right.
You are all fools
That's
now!
right. That's right.
I just argued myself opposite of what I just said. Yeah.
You did. It doesn't make sense.
It might be cooler.
You just
Screw it, I'm just gonna go buy it on the PS3. God, that was... That was I brought tears to my eyes.
It was an impassioned
It's a special feeling.
argument. It felt good.
Again, completely in circles.
I would just be a little concerned about what are you getting different, because I don't think it ever came out for the Xbox, but Dragon Age Origins was developed for the Xbox and was initially going to be released on the Xbox, but the next gen had come out, so they just ported it to the next gen and sort of put it out. And when I was playing that, I hadn't had my Xbox that long, and it's like, oh, okay, this is the graphics and stuff, not realizing that the graphics on Dragon Age Origins were nowhere close to the capability of the 360. And then as I got other games, it's like, oh man, the graphics were really terrible on that.
Yeah.
It's a great game. The graphics were, subpar for a 360. So I would just be wondering about between those two, between the option of buying on this gen and this, and what more am I getting? If they're the same price, I'd probably buy in the new gen system. This is assuming I'm buying the console either way.
Right.
That's not my determination of buying the console, but I'm just gonna buy the console, right?
I just want to see it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. So, but if it's cheaper on the old system, I think I'd just buy it on the old system.
That is the sensible thing to do.
Yeah.
And again, that's exactly how I do it. I just buy it on the old system because it's cheaper.
I just buy it on the Wii U.
And you know what else? All the really good people, all the really players that could kill me left and right, they're all going to move to the new system.
All right, it's true. So then all the people who can't afford the new system, the crappy players, are still playing on the old system.
That's right.
So I'm going to keep my PS3 around. Is that what you're telling me? Because I'm going to be phoning for a couple weeks. Or all the poor asses who have nothing better to do but sit there and play a game are going to be stuck on the old system because they can't afford the new one, and you're going to get all the really good people playing.
Well, that's a counterpoint.
That's a good counterpoint.
But if they were that good, they'd probably have a job and something else to do.
Oh, God. That was such a horrible... Yes, because you're poor. You suck at everything. Oh, God.
Alright,
so there go the poor people.
You suck at everything. Hey, Jonah, you got an opinion on this? Jonah just gets whatever I buy him.
Right. Yeah, Jonah doesn't worry about buying anything.
Here's the thing.
Buy Jonah everything.
Here's the thing. Jonah is now part
It's the best hand-me-down.
Jonah is fully a member of the PC Master race, and there's no getting him back. I had an Xbox 360, he wouldn't play it.
Yeah.
He's got Ouya in there, and he uses it for streaming.
Watching Netflix.
Exactly.
You use it for streaming Twitch, don't you?
Yeah,
And I'm like, dude, there's some games that are actually fun on the Ouya nowadays. The Ouya is no longer.
Dan, you just don't understand.
Played some of them, but otherwise I don't use it.
I've got credit on there. I'm gonna buy
know.
I got credit on that thing. Gotta use it.
I kickstarted that. I got $13.37 in credit. No, I bought other stuff. It has some excellent games. I'm just... Ouya is
They're just Android games, right? Android games. They're just Android games.
No, well, no. They are Android based, but Ouya it's its own semi-platform. In other words, it has its own interface. It's built on Android. It's a lot like how Dreamcast was built on CE. It's that kind of thing. It really does have its own pool of games. You can install Google Play if you want to, but they're not going to work optimally on an Ouya. It has its own store. It really is hooked into its own store. Its controllers need to be replaced, which they've taken care of now. I hear the next generation of it has a new controller. But you can use a PS3 controller with it. But I'm sorry, I totally put the cart before the horse on this. What I was getting around to is that there's going to be a next gen Ouya coming out pretty soon. Because Ouya's going to come out once a year, and it's I'll probably buy the next generation of it when it's a little bit older, just because I want the better controllers.
I'm going to wait for the next one.
The one after, yeah.
No, whichever one's after that. The next one.
And then you're going to buy the first generation one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll just buy one.
Yeah, give it to you as a Christmas present.
Exactly, I'll find it someplace cheap.
That's right. You gotta find that sweet spot in the used market when everyone doesn't want it and it has become nostalgia.
See, it's always about price point with that kind of market, though.
Ouya's gonna be. I don't even know how this got to Ouya. It was me, but
Yeah, it was you actually.
because I just thought of it as a good example of that. Are you gonna buy the next generation Ouya, even though it's gonna play exactly the exact same games, a little bit better maybe?
Yeah, but it will be the same games.
Yeah, it's gonna be exactly the same damn game. It's like Android. I mean,
Sure.
and iOS, obviously. Do you buy the next device and play the games a little bit better on the next device?
I say no.
Maybe.
Don't do it. You'd be a fool.
I'm not doing it this time. I've done it like with iOS. I've been sucker enough to buy it every
Oh, but one could
gen, but
say.
I'm not.
Well,
I haven't
at
been
least
now.
the new iOS or whatever they just gave you, the map
Yeah.
or whatever,
You are helping
thankfully.
macroeconomics.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
you know.
I like to support indie games, and that's
Yes.
one of the reasons why why I even put up with Ouya's flaws,
Right.
because they're fully indie. I mean, those guys are all indie, but this whole a generation a year is what Ouya's doing, by the way, versus the others. They're gonna do one generation a year,
Wow.
and that's pretty.
It doesn't
crazy.
seem like a good plan. We're quite off topic, but it doesn't seem like a
Well,
good
not really, because their generations are going faster, and are you going to upgrade an Ouya? Probably
Yeah,
not.
once
I
a
can't imagine a
year?
person that would buy a $100 console would go, yeah, I'm going to buy next year's model too now.
Yeah, see, I don't know that.
I'm thinking that maybe their friend sees it.
That's true.
And then the friend's like,
We're going to have to break off and do an Ouya topic one of these days and
Yeah.
have you guys play it, because it's actually more fun than people would like you to think. Than the detractors would like you to think. I've had a lot of fun with the Ouya, but anyway, let's get back on
it's
topic.
funny, you've been one of his biggest detractors and supporters.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's a lot. Most anybody who had an Xbox 360 understands that, when you buy the first generation of a console, it's a love-hate relationship. I loved the Xbox 360. I thought,
Hated red rings.
but I hated that freaking console, that bastard. I've broken 2 of them. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Wait, we broke 2?
Yep. Yours died, remember?
Yeah,
I had
mine
to send yours
died.
back.
No, you didn't break them. They just died. There's a difference
Yeah.
between breaking something and it just failing.
The Xbox 360 actually got me back into gaming.
What?
It was such a great
Lars is
system.
playing the Xbox 360?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Okay, we are way off topic though.
I know.
Pull it back around.
And
I don't even know
when
what
I
the
got
topic
into that
is.
Xbox 360,
That's how we
I
got
like to listen to some
stuff.
tunes.
Yeah. Do you got something to say about it?
I would just say, because we've been talking about it for so long, I would say that is an excellent segue. I would say buy the old system just because I'm a cheapskate.
I'm okay with that.
I am good with
I'm
that.
a big
man.
fan of the 360, and there's a ton of games that I haven't played for it, just because you don't have time or you don't whatever. And so the way I see it, and part of it plays into the fact that I don't see myself getting a 1 or a PS4, for, at least for a long time. So I see it as like there's all these other games I haven't even played yet for 360. So if it was a chance between going from one or the other, I would have to buy a whole new system.
Sorry,
You
you
know
can
what I
come by me and we'll play.
mean? So all right, I appreciate that. I will.
All right. Close by now.
Right, that's true. That's true. So yeah, buy it on
Sitting
the
on
old.
the porch waiting for him to come.
Right, it's the difference between $80 versus $60 or whatever the price points would be. I don't know, but
even $20 cheaper on a game adds up.
The
And
games
it's-
seem to be the same price to me. I mean, they don't seem much.
I
I think if they went up much, people would
See,
say.
I
do
do
plan
plan
on
you know what it is? Maybe because I don't want to wait. The games I'm talking about have already been released for the older system. They're just re-releasing them in a newer form.
Oh, that's different.
That's a different thing.
And that's something different. You're right. If you're talking about one that's just coming up for both systems.
Oh, I love the waste money on that.
Yeah. I guess like with the
Res
example
on
of
every
Ghost,
system possible.
like Call of Duty Ghost. Like if I had an Xbox One and I still had the 360, I might get it for the 360 just because it's a game that's made for both. So I figure it can't be that different. You know what I mean? Like if I already had an Xbox One.
I think the graphics are significantly different from what I've seen on Giant Bomb's videos.
Okay,
They're
but-
pretty significant.
I don't know.
I'd check it out first, but if they're the same price with that.
Right.
But then again, then you don't have to put up with the state-of-the-art cheaters.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
sorry.
I'm just saying, if you were going to spend the money on one, it'd be like this one that's coming out only on the Xbox One or only for the PS4. That's just, radical new format or whatever, and it's only for this thing. Then that makes sense to be like, okay, but if you have the option, like, I don't know, just go back to it. But music.
Just buy them both if you're.
Or just
you
buy
happen to
them
be so loaded. I'm sure if you're listening to this podcast.
Yeah, you have
Or just
money to burn.
Spend $120 on both of them, and then that way we'll be done.
Hey, you got enough money to buy an Oculus Rift?
Or if you've got parents that are split up, ask your mom for one version, your dad for the other one.
Oh, nice.
2 Christmases.
Right?
Hot damn.
That still doesn't seem very fishy.
Looking at the upside of divorce
That's what we're here for.
for kids.
That's what we're here for.
Helping you kids get through it.
So, Jonah, tell your parents to get divorced so you can get both copies of the game right away.
Nervous laughter. No.
Yeah, I heard just crickets. Just everywhere, like, chirp, chirp, like, ooh.
Touchy subject. Touchy
To
subject.
say about that, but I do music is good, right?
Daddy touched mommy's sister.
Oh boy.
Alright, anyway. That's terrible.
Enough about your dreams, Rob. Okay. No. Moving on.
Moving on. What's the next subject?
Dreams. Dreams. Well, as Larry so nicely segued into before we stamped all over it,
We did kind of, actually.
you're playing a game. What kind of tunes are you listening to? What gets you in the mood? And I've got an embarrassing story. I want to tell it before I'm too lit.
All right, then tell your story.
tell
All right, I'm gonna tell
embarrassing.
two. I'm gonna tell two of them, and the first one is what the heck is the name of it? Flat Out. Flat Out 2 came out and it had one of the best soundtracks ever. And it's got Jonah. Who's it got in it? Oh man, come on, crickets.
I can't help you.
But anyway,
Crickets.
it's got this. It's got like a really excellent soundtrack. So basically, the Xbox 360 version came out, which was basically the same game with the same maps, a couple extra added, and it had a changed soundtrack. They changed the freaking soundtrack to a bunch of crap.
A bunch of crap, alright?
And then they released it on the PC. So you could get the better graphics with the crappy music, or you could use the older graphics and play the good music. So eventually what I did is, I just took the soundtrack from 2 and played it while I was playing the other one with the music off. Because I didn't feel right, you know? Alkaline Trio, by the way, was one of the
nice.
the soundtrack for it.
Is that Outrun? No, that was
No.
Outrun. What was that?
But anyway, they did the soundtrack for Flat Out 2.
Flat Out.
Section of Flat Out 2, among other bands. But it was just such a good soundtrack that I didn't want to play Flat Out without that soundtrack. I didn't want to play the new crappy soundtrack, Mr. Cool, hey, it's 2010 soundtrack. I wanted the older soundtrack that was good. So I did that. Number 2 embarrassing moment is back when the PS1 came out. Aliens came out for it, which was really one of the first really good first-person shooters that was movie-based that was good. You know, most of them really sucked up in the time. Movie-based titles were really bad, and still to this day are.
Even the newer Aliens were not very good.
How do you know? Star Trek, the movie for the Vectrex, is one of the best games for that system.
It's a good game on any system. But anyway,
Anyways, I digress.
yeah, no, but that was actually a good mention. It embarrasses me to say that the entire time I played through that game, I was listening to the Friends official soundtrack.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
That is embarrassing, actually.
That is pretty bad. I got it. I don't know how I ended up with it. I got it for like Christmas for somebody, and I said, "There's a couple songs out here." So, you know how you don't really feel a CD very much, and then you listen to it like 100 times, and you're just like, you just listen to everything now. Eventually, I was just listening to the stupid ass Friends soundtrack constantly while playing Aliens. Kind of.
So are you saying
I can't imagine
Friends
what
are
that looks
aliens?
I like that moment of silence.
It's because I don't know what to say. I feel.
I might as well have
Exactly what
said.
that moment of silence was.
I might as well have said.
A moment of
Sometimes
silence.
I put on thong underwear and a skirt and play Aliens.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Yeah.
what you just said anyways, Rob.
Yeah.
Sounds like a memory.
In a bra. And, yeah.
No,
Fair
that's
enough.
pretty much what you just said. You listened to the Friends soundtrack.
I know, right?
All we heard was, I put on a thong.
Well, I told you it makes for good radio when I say embarrassing stuff, and that's pretty damn embarrassing. But I did it.
So, all right, well,
How about you, Tom?
second place, Scott.
Yeah, you do that for everything, though.
God's honest.
You right-hand it to Scott.
Damn straight. No, I'm a lefty. But yes,
It's like
Scott.
somebody else's hand.
That's right. Hey, you went there. I didn't go there.
Never really goes where I want it to. It's
That's right. I have far too much control with my right hand. It's got to be my left.
Ew.
Hey, he started. So yeah, no, actually that and third wave Scott's not bad either. It depends on playing. First place in shooter, third wave Scott.
I'm giving my own penalty
A
shot.
little bit, a little more. You know, you put on that, you're good to go.
I have to agree.
All right, so that's me. You know, I will turn. I normally will turn down the music in a game. There are very few games where the music's any good or worth listening to while you're playing.
I think the music is often good, but it's almost always has a repetitive problem. When you
Yes.
play games for 20, 30 hours at a time, it's tough for any soundtrack not to be repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas again, you can put whatever you want on shuffle and go.
Except for the Friends soundtrack, which is just...
Which is-
And plays and plays and
We're
plays.
talking the CD era, not the MP3 era. I
Oh,
mean,
good, yeah.
I mean, there weren't MP3 players.
Just couldn't get enough of
Mass yet.
Hootie in the Blowfish.
That's right. Thank you.
A little bit of the Bodines.
Right, yeah. Cranberries, whatever.
I like the cranberries.
Wait.
Of course you do.
Our knowledge of that CD is a little scary.
We were listening to it before the
Oh,
show
crap.
started.
We all just mentioned every band on it. Oh, damn.
It's because we were all just jamming out before we started the show.
That was a never slap too.
It was in a moment of silence. Which we're
Jonah,
so
you
good at.
probably weren't listening to the Friends CD.
No, Jonah was not born yet.
Or watching Friends at all. So,
No, he's not. Actually, I would say that he's a generation that's grown up without seeing Friends.
Good call.
I've
Yeah.
seen Friends.
Have you?
So sorry.
How'd you feel about Rachel?
How we all felt, but...
I was
So, what's your soundtrack?
Anything but country.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, fair enough.
I like to blare country when I'm playing games, by the way.
Just
What about, like, Satan Country?
What about
actually have that?
What about
Sure.
that old
Hank
school
3.
racist country?
Hank 3.
Yeah.
Good old Lynchon country.
Yeah, Hank 3. There you go.
I did not realize
Yeah.
there was a.
Isn't all country racist country? Oh, no!
Yes, you did just.
I
go there.
occasionally listen to country. I totally did
Yeah,
not
oh
mean
yeah,
that statement.
yeah. Go with that.
All right,
Hank
let's-
3's a little dark.
Okay.
Alright, I guess you're done.
All right. So anything but
Yeah.
country, he's good.
Yeah.
Alright.
do you listen to elevator music when you're playing?
No.
Elevator.
No.
I said
I'll tell a little
elevator.
story. I'll tell a little story
Alright.
though.
I'll hear
It's,
it.
and it basically encompasses what I normally would pop in anyway. So, way back, Alicia and some of my friends were sitting around playing Final Liberation. You know, this big robot killing each other. She's playing with us. You know, she's, I don't know, 10 or something like that. And, you know, she turns to me and says, "Dad, can I put in some Metallica?"
Nice.
I'm like, "Why, sure."
Well, that explains a lot.
And of course, then one of the other guys is like, "He needs to spend more time with her mom."
Not
But
really.
we all know.
Yeah.
So anyway, if it's a thrashing, if it's like a hack and slash, you know, just a driving kind of thing, I want the metal. I'll bring on the hard, the quick beats, boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
Master.
That's right. If, you know, otherwise it's whatever TV theme song is on when I'm watching.
I got Master of Puppets going through my head.
There you go. Chop your breakfast on a mirror.
My hair just grew like an inch.
What,
It's coming back, wait!
You know, speaking, so you guys you're doing Killing Floor. I was during that. This ties into the music element.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Joliet, Illinois, at an old school thrash metal show of Creator and Overkill.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was, singing out to Ride of Violence and
Does War still play?
Guar.
Yeah, they still
They play at that same venue like a couple days.
Do they really?
ago. Yeah.
They played at I went to Riot Fest in Chicago in September, and they played.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in costume and everything?
Oh,
they always
I should mention.
covered in
I should
blood
mention
and
Warbringer
everything,
was at that
They
show
never, they
too.
never play
Yeah.
out of costume.
They were walking around getting fucking brats and stuff, and
You
In
know-
costume.
yeah.
You know, I walked out of heavy metal in 1989, but I gotta say it warms my heart that anytime I could come right back and it'd be right where I
You know
was.
what? No, you missed the dark period. There was a gap right about say 1989.
Period.
When they realized that Bon Jovi wasn't heavy metal?
When there was a gap in there where those shows weren't selling in America. Germany still, packing
Germany's
them
still
in.
everything.
But in
If you're a
America,
fan of
no.
Germany,
But
go to
it was
Germany.
it was really good to see.
Jonas Underage? Yeah, Bukkake's still good.
Exactly it.
It was good to see. There was a line to get into the metal show. It was pretty cool actually. Yeah.
Little Iron Maiden action.
That's right. Can't wait to.
That was my favorite in high school. I couldn't get enough of him.
That Bruce Dickinson, man. Everything.
The Bruce Dickinson!
Yeah,
Not the Bruce Dickinson.
Right.
The Bruce Dickinson.
I think I'll just learn how to be a pilot and then fly my band around. It's like,
I'm good with that, though. I think it's a brilliant
awesome.
idea.
The guy who sings for a band that does the Mariner. I mean, the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. I mean, that's a song. It's longer than the poem. If you read the poem, it's actually longer. Because of a prelude.
It's nice that they had the prelude.
Really set the mood.
Nice. So I'm a
If
heavy
it weren't
metal.
for Iron Maiden,
What?
I never would have read Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner. I'm absolutely sure I wouldn't have it.
No?
I think Power Slave was their best album.
It is a good thing. You know what? Probably. Yeah, the Trooper.
Like Trooper beer.
Yeah.
Bruce Dickinson's brand of beer.
What was the one they did in Japan? Wasn't it just live in Japan? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
That's what every
Justin.
metal.
Everybody had to have it because it was like in the 80s, like if anything
Well, now
was
that we've
from
gone down the
another
metal
country,
rabbit,
Sure.
it was
Justin.
like, hold on.
Hey, industrial.
We're talking
I
about
want
it.
to hear this
If
thing
it is-
about
if it
metal.
is, like, if it was an import, if it was an
Industrial
import from,
works,
like
too.
anywhere, it was like the coolest thing because there's no fucking internet.
Right, yeah.
You were like, oh my god, it's from Japan.
And then it's the
There
same
was-
song.
and it's like the
but
same
just-
song.
There's nothing
With,
different about
with some
it.
Japanese people speaking English in the background.
Right. That's funny.
But Dead Kennedys were huge because you could get all their British loveliness going on. Yeah. Dead Kennedys.
Love Dead Kennedy.
They're awesome.
So what was your?
So what is the actual question? What are you talking about?
Well,
Is it, do I like
Do you
the
like heavy
playlist?
metal?
No.
Is
Do
it-
you have like a theme song or something you really like to play when you play a game? Maybe it's even game specific. Like, hey, when I play this game, I always play.
Miley Simon.
That's right.
Sure, Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
Right. No, I don't have a
Not
specific
anymore.
like. If I'm playing in general, it's just
Not
not the
less so
music that's
either.
in the game. So it's like either if the game has the jukebox feature on it or whatever on Xbox or whatever, it'll be whatever's on my hard drive or run Pandora and.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily have like
So you don't
one
have like
thing.
a theme.
I mean, in general, I like punk
There are
rock.
games
so,
that have that.
yeah, where you can play music just from your Xbox.
Yeah. Saints
Like,
Row
where
has
you can just
that.
open up Pandora and just let it roll.
Then it'll just be like I'll just turn the fucking volume off on the game and just play music.
Oh.
Well,
Now that's good. There
No.
was that one game that where what was it? The audio. What is the name of that racing type game?
There's actually a few of those games where it
Radio
actually bases it off of.
Yeah.
God, I did
It's
a
like a
video on it.
matching game.
I'll post it on the website. I did a video about one of those games where you can, and I can't monetize it because of course it has music in it.
Right.
But yeah, there's a few of them, and I did a video on one of them.
Well, you sent. It's probably the one you sent me free.
It might be.
That you
Paid
gifted.
for it.
Well, right.
I said
Yeah,
games
I paid for it. Yeah, that's it, man.
free.
I paid for it.
You want a Pepsi? You're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah, right? Back to the Future references. Everything should be a Back to the Future. Do you play Power of Love when you're playing a game? You know, Power of Love!
I think that would be a good game. A good song for a game. Depending on the game.
Yeah. Every game.
For leisure to
Depending on the game, or every game. Whichever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Every game.
Okay.
Right, Rob?
By depending on the game, I mean any game.
By any game, yes, sir. Whatever you say.
You didn't have a preamble, so, I think Power of Love would go with Leisure Suit Larry.
Just porn music the whole way through. There's gotta be a station, right?
Oh, dude, there's got it. Oh, that'd be
There's gotta
great.
be one.
I want that to narrate my life. Just fucking play that shit all
Pornmusic.com.
walking down the street. It's just bow, 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 bow.
Really, if you think about it, Sanford and Son had porno music. This podcast is horrible.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard like
I like that scene.
even like the Muppet song was like a porn song.
It went dun 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 dun. Yeah, I can hear it.
I can picture it. I can picture what's going on here.
Bump, bump, dun. Alright.
Alright. Alright. So that was another topic.
So where are we at?
Well,
Early
Brad,
hour.
what did we learn?
What have we learned?
See, it only took an hour and a half.
Yeah, we did
To get to
good.
what have we learned?
What did you learn?
What did we learn tonight? Well, we learned I can actually play Hawken and do the show at the same time.
Ass.
Which we all put.
You mostly paid attention.
I
We
did
all
actually.
bet the farm that wasn't gonna happen.
See, I've been playing all the
Come to
time.
find out.
So I'm coming to find out, and actually doing fairly well.
We're probably hitting the edge of what the SD card can do in the camera.
You think so?
Alright.
In that camera or in my
I
mind?
think the light's flashing.
Oh, yeah, we just lost the entire show. Just in...
Don't worry about it. John, what'd you learn? Quick.
Hey, thanks for breaking the third wall.
Rob really likes talking.
Alright.
You know?
Larry, what'd you learn?
Nothing.
None.
Yeah, sure, Lars.
No, this,
Tell me you learned something.
I
There is
learned that-
tequila that's not too bad.
I learned that just because it says rare on it doesn't mean that it's good. That's what I learned.
It's rare for another reason.
Rare, like it'll.
No, but I bet it'd flame up nice if you're like, cooking and
right.
kinda...
Use it with rare meat and.
Or
Well-
maybe if you spit it into a fire, which I don't recommend, children.
No, that definitely still.
What you do is you fill it up with you put it in a squirt gun and then you light it on fire that way. It's cool.
Oh, I think it's more fun to spit it
Yeah, I
yourself,
agree.
but-
Yeah, why would you just put in a squirt gun
So you can shoot it at somebody.
and start them on fire?
I mean when it's on fire.
Oh,
Yeah,
alright.
it's like a
Oh,
fucking
wait, this isn't
flamethrower.
fire
Come on.
talk, is it?
Smokey the
We
Man.
had that, actually, on an episode you weren't on, which I was really sad
Oh,
about.
I love fire.
An episode about lighting things on fire.
Oh, I'm so good at it.
What about you? What'd you learn?
Well, I've learned that much like cheap booze, even though Guys, Games, and Beer is rare, it can still suck.
Alright.
Thanks for listening to Guys, Games, and Beer, though I wonder why you do. That's so special. I really like that
Very
episode.
special episode.